Hey guys, I'm back for another video. I actually already recorded this story time and this get ready with me the other day, but I was so sick that when I went to go edit the video, it was almost an hour long, and the entire video I was editing out me coughing, sneezing, tissue blowing, and all this stuff. So I was just like, I'm just gonna record it again. Literally here in my pajamas, so it's like I'm literally going through every step again. I'm also going to be telling you guys a story, and being that it took place over the summer, I'm going to do a look that I would do in the summer. In the summer I get really dark, and I really just don't feel the urgency to go out and buy a whole new set of makeup that's shades darker, and I just love the way my skin looks in the summer anyway. So for the most part, I won't even like look to put makeup on, not foundation really, like that's barely. I'll put like the Lumi drops or illuminating cream and stuff like that on my face just to add a glow and a, like highlight, you know, but it's more on the bronzy side. So like, yeah, let's get into it. I think I said that this story happened over the summer, and that's why we're going with this kind of look. I can't remember right now. So, let's go. To start off, I already put this on. I love this, I guess, the moisturizer. But I like this one, especially for in the summer, because I feel like when you use a cream-based moisturizer, it's like oily and it's already hot, and I feel like when I use those types of moisturizers, they sweat out. They make me sweat. They make my face hot. This is like a gel. My face absorbs it great, and it moisturizes it and doesn't make me sweaty. So I love that stuff, and I definitely use it in the summer. I'm gonna put some of these on right now. It's the new L'Oreal. It says True Match Lumi Glotion. And in the summer, I literally just douse my face in this because I think my skin looks great, but I just wanted to have like that summer glow. So that's what we're going for. And this, I literally just won't put anything else on because I'm just like, wow, your skin just looks fabulous. I kind of feel like right now my skin doesn't look fabulous, that I might need to add foundation, but I'm trying to go for the closest thing that my face would look like in the summer. So let me just get into the story. Oh, do you guys see the pimple? What the fuck? So, okay. So some of you may know, because some of my subscribers are like my actual friends. I haven't dated in a long time, and I really haven't been interested in it anyways. But it was the summertime, and instead of telling my friends to break up with their boyfriends to be single with me, I was like, how about we go find you a boyfriend or something? So I was like, okay. So I was trying to be open to changes and to people entering my life and stuff like that. So I'm gonna add a little bit of foundation. This one's actually from the summer or whatever, and I would use it just like very spotty and stuff like that to hide any blemishes and to like even out my skin tone. But I don't do a full face of foundation. It's just not for me. I don't like the way it feels in the summer, and it's just too damn hot. So I'll just put a little bit right here and here. I had a couple of guys write me, but I was just never like really into it. So then I saw one. He seemed like a nice young man, so I was just like, okay, like, we'll do it. And he had been writing me for a while, but the problem is with, I feel like guys nowadays, they don't approach me how I want to be approached. And I always say, like, approach me like a lady. And they don't do that. Like, guys will do that passive aggressive thing, and that's something I cannot stand. That, oh, When are you gonna give me your number? Or when are you gonna let me take you out on a date? When you ask me correctly, that's when I'll let you take me out on a date. So that's kind of what he did. He was just like, you know, I would like to hang out or go out, blah blah blah. He was like, so let me know when you're free. So I was like, you know what, he asked politely or whatever. I was like, okay. So we spoke a little bit before we were supposed to go out with each other to like try and get a feel. So I was like, okay, cool. Before, a few hours before, this is the NYX, the Conceal, Correct, and Contour palette, because I'm dark and I would be dark in the summer too. What they would use for their contour, I use for my highlight, and I love it. It's my favorite. So cool. So he's like, well, he doesn't tell me before. He tells me after. He gives me a time earlier in the day, and I'm like, okay, cool. So I don't hear from him by the time he tells me. So I just leave it alone. I'm like, I guess it's not gonna happen. So he's gonna tell me, oh, I was out playing basketball. Not my fucking problem. Like, my thing is, you told me a time, I was ready, it didn't happen. One, I could reschedule and make other plans, or I'm gonna just go to sleep or something like that. So, like, I ignore him, and he's like, oh, you know, I'm so sorry, blah, 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 blah. And I'm just like, okay, I'm seeing the messages come through, but I'm not even paying them any attention. And the best thing about it is he never asked for my number, and I never gave it to him anyways. So it wasn't showing delivered, it wasn't showing anything. It was just through Instagram, and it could just be that I didn't see it or I didn't get a notification. I was just gonna ignore it. So he's apologizing and apologizing, and I'm just there like, oh well, like, that's just how the cookie crumbles. I was like, on to the next one. So he keeps writing me, and then he says something, and it struck like a nerve. Not a nerve in a bad way, so I guess I shouldn't say it like that. It made me feel bad. I'll just say it like that. So I was like, oh fuck, okay. He was just like, you know, I apologize. He's like, I lost track of time. He was like, you know, I was really looking forward to seeing you. So I was just like, I was like, it's cool. I was like, maybe another day. So he keeps writing me and writing me and writing me and writing me, like, still. And I was just like, no, it's okay. I was like, it's okay. Like, I have things to do in the morning. I was just like, maybe another day. So he just continues to make me feel bad. He's like, you're in your pajamas already? And I'm like, yes. So, long story short, he continues to make me feel bad, and I'm talking about it with my friends, and they're like, just go. They were like, just go hang out for a little bit, even if it's for an hour or whatever. So I'm like, okay. He's like, I'll even pay for your Uber and stuff like that. I don't take money from no man. So I was just like, no, it's good. I was like, but I'm still gonna come. So we meet up or whatever, and as soon as he sees me, he's like, you're not gonna give me a kiss? I'm like, what the fuck? Because if you know me, intimacy, hugging, kissing, like being all over me, that's not something I'm into. Like, it gives me like very severe anxiety because I can't do that. It's just not how I function. It like stresses me out very badly. And for the fact that it was just like, you know me for all of 2 seconds, and he was saying that he was being like really serious. Like, it wasn't a joke or anything like that. He was being serious. Like, I went to hug him on the side, and he was like trying to like really kiss me. I was like, oh fuck no. I was like, this is just gonna be a nightmare. I was ready to go like wave down the cab and be like, nope, I want to go back, like, because it was just that serious. So I'm texting my friends, and I'm already telling them what happened, and I'm just like, this is gonna be a disaster. But I felt like me being negative was gonna like be the reason why it was a bad date. So I tried to turn my attitude around. Cool. Being that I do have to set certain areas, and it's the summer, I try not to use a lot of setting powder. I won't bring it as far down. This powder just flew everywhere. I keep it very small. So we're talking, And like as soon as he starts asking me questions, I feel like immediately attacked, and I'm just like, oh no, like this is not what I signed up for. This is not what I came here for. I was just rubbed the completely wrong way. And not to mention, you know, I'm not one to talk about looks and stuff like that, but he looked like some suave boppy on his social media, and then I see him in person, he looks like the biggest choach ever, like nerdy. And I was just like, okay, whatever, like whatever, let's not do that. But like I was saying, I felt attacked as soon as we sat down and we started talking. So he starts asking me all these questions, and I'm like, okay, like, you know, I'm trying to answer them, even some that are making me feel like slightly uncomfortable, but I'm like, whatever. I'm trying to think. And like he even starts to ask me like my taste in music, and I'm like, you know, I'm like, I don't mind. I was like, I listen to a little bit of everything. And he's like, even country? I was like, I'm like, there's a few songs I like, but I'm like, that's not necessarily like my preference or whatever. He's like, oh, I bet you listen to 6ix9ine though, blah blah blah. And I was like, I'm like, yeah, there are songs that I do listen to and that I do like about him. He's like, oh, I knew it. I'm like, what is that supposed to mean? Like, I was just like getting so aggravated and agitated. I was just like, oh, I want to go home so bad. So I tried to stick it out or whatever. Then he's like analyzing every part of me, and like I just see him eyeballing me up and down, and I'm just like, what is this kid's problem? So it's the summertime. So yes, I did my nails and I put them very bright. So he's gonna say to me, he was like, I could just tell like you're one of those ratchet girls. He's like, look at your nails. And I was like, and I'm like, I'm ratchet based on the fact that my nails are colored, painted brightly. I was like, it's summertime, and I was like, and this is like the one time a year that if I want to do a bright color, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. For the most part, my nails are clear, or they're painted pink, like mauve-y soft colors. Not that I have to explain myself to anyone. Like, I pay for them shits, I'm gonna paint them however I want to. So I was just like, okay. I was like, if that determines whether someone's ratchet or not based on their colored nails, I was like, you have a lot of growing up to do. I was like, and I said it just like that to him. He just looked at me and I looked at him. Because like at this point now you have me irritated, and I could slightly feel myself like becoming bitchy. And he just had the nerves. I was just like, yo, I'm about to punch you so fucking hard in your face. You're never gonna have teeth in your mouth to ever talk to someone like this ever again. So he's like, oh, come here. He's like, come closer to me, come closer to me. And I was like, I'm good right here. Plus, like, the fact that he annoyed me and stuff like that made me really not want to be next to him. So I was just like, So then he was like, why are you being so distant? Like, he's like, I want to be near you, I want to cuddle and stuff like that. I was just like, I'm not really into that. That's one. And I was like, and you kind of like made me feel and I said it like that. And my thing is like, me for the most part, even when I'm upset, I like try to like hide it. I'm so thirsty. Like, I try to dismiss it, I try to like keep it under control. I never like to tell anyone how I feel, like, because I don't want anybody to feel like they have that control to make me feel uncomfortable or angry or anything like that. So I just try to like keep it chill. So he's like psychoanalyzing me now, and I start to feel him doing it. I'm gonna take this powder from this palette. I like this palette and I use it especially in the summer because the colors are darker. So I start to feel like he's like psychoanalyzing me, trying to break things down, and I hate that. Especially like plenty of guys do it to me all the time, especially because they see that I am how I am or whatever, excuse me, and that pisses me off. So I see him doing it, and I was like, do me the favor. I'm like, don't psychoanalyze me. I was like, we're here to have fun. I was like, let's just keep it like that. So once again he starts to do it to me, and I was just like, okay, I'm like, clearly he's gonna piss me off, and I was like, now I'm just gonna have to be nasty, and that's just how it's gonna be. So he's like, in your relationships, let me just make this clear from the jump. I do not like to talk about my past to people I don't know. I don't like to talk about the previous men I've been with a person that could potentially be the person that I end up with, even though I knew that it wasn't gonna be him. It was just like, I just don't like talking about my old men with new men. That's just really how I see it, whatever. So I was just like very annoyed. So he's asking a question. He was like, are you like this cold with everybody that you've been with? I was like, I don't really feel comfortable talking about it. I'm like, but since you're gonna continuously ask me, I was like, I'll just answer you. I was like, yeah, I'm like, I have issues with things like that. I was just like, it's not something like that comes naturally for me. I'm like, I have to work very hard on that. I'm like, but over time, I was like, it's something that it's learned. And I was like, also, although I struggle with it, I'm like, I have a lot of traits that come along with me that make up for the areas that I lack in, and this being one of them or whatever. He's like, but he just kept asking. I was like, I really just said I don't want to talk about it, and like, he just made me feel so uncomfortable. And it's like, are you that mad that I don't want to be on top of you? And I kind of felt like he wanted to hook up or whatever, and he saw that it wasn't gonna go there and stuff like that, and then he was just like, now I'm gonna try to make her feel bad or something, and maybe then she'll do it. But I don't give a I'm not that type of person, and I never have been, and I never will. Like, just a random hookup, that's not for me. Never has been me, never will be me. So I kind of just felt like if that's what he wanted and where he wanted to go, he should have addressed that from the start, and that could have been that. Like, I'm grown, you're grown. If that's what we wanted to do, that's fine, that's totally fine, but that's not what I'm into. But my thing is, I'm so big on communication, especially from the start. If that's what you wanted to do, you're entitled to feel like that, but just let me know. Don't try to butter me up and then try to make me feel bad that I didn't want to come in the first place after you fucked up. So I tried to stick it out a little bit longer, but then he just kept doing things. He kept nitpicking at me. He was making remarks trying to say that he's smarter than me and stuff like that. And one thing I can say, I'm very smart. I'm very smart. I have a great head on my shoulders. So when somebody comes in and they talk to me for all of 5 minutes and they're trying to insinuate that they're smarter than me, I think that's one of the biggest insults ever. Especially because I carry myself with such grace. I feel like, I feel like I definitely have moments where I could be ratchet, but that's just me playing around. That's the person that I am. I can be very serious, or I could definitely be a freaking ass clown, but I feel like that's what's great about me. Being that it was last minute and I was literally getting ready for bed, I threw on a quick outfit. I put biker shorts on, a pair of sneakers, and a shirt. So when I get there, I see him looking at me. So when it's time for me to get ready to leave, and I tell him, he's now staring at me up and down because I get up to like get ready to leave. He's like, oh, I don't want you to go. I was having such a great time talking to you. And I'm there like, you're being sarcastic as fuck. I'm like, but that's cool. I'm like, cool, whatever. So he's staring me up and down, and he's gonna say to me, what size sneakers do you wear? So I tell him the size, and he was like, oh, he's like, your feet look really small. I guess that's because how big your thighs are. And I was like, you sound dumb as fuck, but okay, whatever. I'm like, ha 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 ha. Like, okay, get ready to leave. This is what really like ticked me the hell off. So I say bye, and he like tries hugging up on me and stuff like that. He even tries to go to kiss me once again. But clearly, I stated I'm not into that, and I wasn't reciprocating that energy. So he gets the hint, and I just run off. Tell me why he didn't write me to ask me if I got home safe or anything like that. Never wrote me ever again. Not that I wanted him to. I took him off of all my social media. And I didn't think twice about it. But my whole thing is, you made me feel uncomfortable the whole time. And at the end of the day, whether it was a bad date or not, you have a mother. He had sisters, because that came up in conversation. I'm a woman at the end of the day, and I came out of my house to see you, although we had a shitty date. I feel like the least that you could have done was see if I got home safe, and that could have just been the end of that, and we never had to speak again. But that just goes to show how salty these niggas be. Like, are you mad because I wasn't on top of you? Are you mad because you got no ass? Like, so that's how you wanted to be? I could care less. And like, what I was really proud of was how I handled myself. You know me personally, you know how my mouth could be. My mouth is ruthless. I don't think twice, nothing. But this is how I thought about it when I was sitting there. While he's talking to me and telling me all these things, I'm literally just thinking to myself, just be nice, be quiet, be polite, be respectful, because when he goes home and thinks about it, maybe he'll realize he was being pushy. Maybe he'll realize he was being a jerk, and he can sit there and say, you know what, although I was being like this, that, and the third, she remained composed, calm, collected, respectful, nice. And he'll probably, like, and I'm hoping that after that moment, he would move differently in the future or whatever. Because there are so many things I could say. He was a choach. He was a dweeb. I could tell he probably fucking played Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon cards to this very day. Like, he was just, like, so nerdy. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but it was just, like, the fact that he looked a certain way on his social media and then he was the way he was. I was just like, this kid's, like, such a, like, an arrogant jerk. He really rubbed me, like, the wrong way. I was just like, I can't do this again. And honestly, all that did for me was make me not want to go on any more dates. So I was just like, I can't be bothered. And I kind of feel like, too, this is one of those Fenty sticks. I love it. It's in the shade Cinnamon. And I love this for in the summer because, like I said, I'm so much more bronze. It just looks great. Like, I'm kind of scared to use it right now because I am so much lighter. But yeah, he just rubbed me the wrong way. I told my friends and they were flipping out, especially over the fact that, like, he was trying to, like, be all over me and touch me and stuff like that. They were like, hell no. They were like, I'll call the cops. Yeah, I don't like the way this looks on me right now. I've been on other dates where things like that have happened too, like where guys are very, like, pushy, and I'm just like, what's wrong with you people? Like, but nobody tried to, like, try to kiss me though. Like, I've had people, like, hug me or, like, wrap their arms around me or, like hold my hands, but still, even then, I'm just like, ugh, please don't touch me. I don't like to be touched. I'm using the Carly Bible palette for this highlight. I'm just shaping my eyebrows just a bit. In the summer, I don't like to do too much. I literally like to just keep it as natural as possible. This light blinds me sometimes, and it's just like, ugh. I've been thinking, like, putting shades on or something. So how's everyone's new year going? Because to be honest, today's the 10th, I think. And I think I'm gonna just have to try next year or something. Or maybe, like, to have this as a trial month. And maybe, like, the new year actually start in February. Because I've been tried already. And it's only just, like, a few days into the new year. And I just don't understand it. Like, how am I being tried like this? How? Oh. And those of you who subscribed, I appreciate you. Those of you who liked, I appreciate you. And my friends who went and posted my video all over, I appreciate you even more, especially because I don't know why I posted the video and I just did not feel like broadcasting it. I posted it once and I was literally like, go watch my shit, and then that was the end of it. Maybe for this video I'll be more excited and I'll post it more so that you guys can watch it. Oh, I need to, oh, my light keeps shutting off. Like I said, this is like what I would do for the summer. This pimple is so big and red. Fuck. I don't like the way this highlight looks. I would just keep it simple. Just put this the glow stuff like that. So yeah, whatever. I don't have a bra on. My boobs look saggy. And my double chin is just so fucking fat. I think this is gonna be the end of the video. I don't have anything else to say. I'll probably just post this up today. I don't know what the next video is gonna be about. I think I'm gonna think about it. But I'm gonna finish getting ready so that I can go out.
All you ladies pop your pussy like
Bye,
this.
y'all.